Wholeness, wholeness, wholeness. You like my new thingy? You can call me Piccolo. Call me the dark black Piccolo, you know? But yeah, then freshly signed back in here. Putting out my perception into the cloud of the collective to expand the collective consciousness. You're now tuning into the mind of an algae moon. It is still Saturn day. It's Saturn day in a space and location where I'm at. And yeah, Horus is transiting the 10th house. Okay, so this is gonna be, I'm gonna start a new, my new series. My last series was Saturn placements. Okay, so I've done all the sun through Saturn, okay, and I'll look over them again, since my North Node is to analyze myself, I do that, okay, so, and if I'm watching those videos, see what I should probably redo, but I think I feel like some of them I could done a lot better, but this is going to be, on the ascendants, okay? This is gonna be on the ascendants. I'm gonna do the ascendants now. So this is gonna be the first, okay? So what's the first? We're gonna start. How do you identify your ascendant? What do I mean? What is the ascendant on your natal chart? Okay, what is the ascendant? Say your ascendant is known as your first house, okay? So this is not a natal chart, but if you're watching my videos, feel free to take out your natal chart, pull up your natal chart if you want. Free will, you have all the free will to do so. But so your natal, what's it called? You identify your ascendant from the first space, okay? Most charts will have it on the left, okay, on your left. So the first space. And I'm pointing here at Aries because the first house is Aries. Okay? But just the first space in the sky. And, the ascendant is where, let's say the sun would be rising when you were born. Okay? And it's usually, like I say, to the left, of your chart. Wherever you see that first space, that's your ascendant, to make it plain and simple. Okay? So yeah, that's how you find the ascendant. And you would check to see, if you look at your, let's say, if you look around the chart, depending on what zodiac sign, falls in that first house, okay? Because I'm not talking about, let's say, the planets. Ascendant is different from the planet, okay? We're not looking at the planets. It's looking at, what sign would fall in your first house. For example, I'm a Leo ascendant, okay? So, yeah, that means Leo would fall in my first house, okay? Okay, so to make that plain and simple, that's the short breakdown on the ascendant and how you can find it on your chart. We're gonna go ahead and start this with Aries ascendant, okay? So first of all, like I say, your ascendant is, your first house is dealing with, this is a spirit house. Like I say, all the fire houses, is the spirit houses. How so? To make this plain and simple, frequency, vibration, and energy. Frequency being the spirit, frequency, spirit vibrating, spirit, soul, body, okay? So let's say spirit is first, okay? And, since that's first, this is the spirit you are carrying, okay? So the spirit I'm carrying is a Leo ascendant. I appear to look like a Leo, but I'm not, okay? So yeah. This is gonna be on Aries, like I say. So Aries ascendant. So what's the traits we're looking at here? So like I say, it's your unconscious, the spirit you're carrying, how people see you, how people view you. Okay, first interactions. This is the and if yeah, and this is let's say this could be your first house, like I say, and it's dealing with personal issues, anything that has to do with the self, you know. So in numerology, the number one, that is the spirit, just number one in numerology is just that just the self, like just spirit, darkness, no thing, so, and that's how I'm correlating it. I'm using numerology and mixing it with, but first let's look at this astrology term now, which let's go back. Aries ascendant. Okay, so Aries ascendant, how people view you. Okay, how you come off as assertive, you come off as bold. Okay, you come off as brave. Okay, so like I say, sun, moon, and ascendant is who you are. Okay, this is what you're working with, your three signs. Okay, so like, for example, right, you see me, I come off as expressive, I come off as expressive, and since I am triple fire, I'm well connected to the spirit realm. Okay, so it's like fire is more, like I said, it's a spirit house. So like this Aries ascendant again, okay, would be, like I said, that's like falling first sign, Aries, first sign of the zodiac. Okay, and if it falls in that first house, that's like you come off as someone who takes action. You come off as someone who's really assertive. Someone, like I say, who's brave, and you share Mars. So this is a Martian influence. Okay, Aries is ruled by Mars. Okay, so taking action, how people see you is like, you're here, you're there, it's like, you come off as someone who has a lot of energy, someone who has a lot of willpower, First interaction, you come off as someone who could be, let's say, is it challenging? Not the word I'm looking for. Could be intimidating. Aries ascendant could be intimidating. Okay, Aries ascendant could be intimidating. Okay, simply because, like I say, people want to say Aries is that child, but it's like, nah, it's just the leader. It's the first. Okay, so it's the asserter. You assert your will into anything you got going on personally, anything that has to do with you, with the self. Okay, so with this, most definitely, you take action, and you're someone who goes for wherever the hell you want. Okay, if you want it, you're taking action towards it. If you want it, you're going towards it. You're using your Mars to go forward, head on, straight. Because this is, like I said, this is you. First house is just, hey, me, my first. If you click on my video, the first time you click on my video, or if anyone, like if I've seen anyone in person, and if you see me in person, the first thing you see is my ascendant. You see my Leo ascendant. But like with this, and this Martian Aries ascendant, it's most definitely fiery. It comes off as, most definitely, like that boss, leader type shit. I don't even want to say boss, but it's just a leader. And like leaders, for example, don't talk too much. They just do, whatever. Leaders just take action. Okay, and I know that as a life path 1. Okay, I just take action. Okay, I don't sit there, don't talk about it. You want it, just go get it. Whatever you want to do, you take action towards that shit as a Aries ascendant. Okay, head first, Aries being the head. Okay, so and that putting in that first house, that first house is the head. Okay, so as an Aries ascendant, you put your, ascendant in your head. So most definitely it's you in your head, you know, and you're taking action towards anything that, you know, that's how you come off though. But depending on your sun, moon, and ascendant, you come off as assertive, but depending on your sun, moon, and ascendant would depend on how you go about, you know, really taking action and how you feel, you know, on, your personal issues, anything that has to do with you. Okay? So let's say you have an Aries ascendant with a let's say Cap sun, you know, Capricorn sun. But you have, Capricorn sun, your actions is more, you have that, let's say, fire ascendant, an Aries ascendant, okay? And you're coming off as assertive, coming off as bold, coming off as brave, but it's in a practical way though, in a bossy type way though, in a calculated type way. You take action in a you know, your actions predicated to your ascendant is reserved with your sun and shit, is calculated and made sense out of, but then you start to, when you actually start to take action with that sun, you know, you come off with that calculated, you know, sun, you take action with it with bravery, like a Martian, okay, to make it plain and simple. So yeah, Fresh is signing out. Catch you next now. First video on ascendants.